Naval power, once defined by battleships, aircraft carriers, and a large fleet, is undergoing rapid change. According to the Center for Strategic and International Studies, recent wars and emerging threats are forcing navies to adapt. This video explores 5 key questions about the future of sea power. Are surface ships still viable in high-intensity conflict? Do aircraft carriers still have a role? What is the future of uncrewed naval systems? Why haven't Russian Black Sea submarines had more effect? And can naval munitions inventories ever keep up with demand? Recent experience, especially Ukraine's sinking of the Russian battlecruiser Moskva using long-range anti-ship missiles, raises serious doubts about the survivability of large surface ships in modern warfare. Surface combatants are vulnerable to missile volleys, suicide drones, and shore-based attacks. Navies like the US are responding by hedging, planning fewer large surface combatants, investing in missile defenses, and thinking about how to disperse or protect fleets in contested spaces. Aircraft carriers have prestige and crisis response utility. They enable rapid force projection, but they are expensive and may be increasingly vulnerable in high-intensity fight. China's missile stockpiles, advances in submarines, and modern anti-ship systems could threaten carriers' escorts or even carriers themselves in contested zones. So, while carriers will likely continue, navies are exploring alternatives or support systems that reduce their exposure and risk. Perhaps one of the most striking changes, the growing role of uncrewed vehicles at sea. In Ukraine, small USVs, uncrewed surface vessels, laden with explosives, struck ships far from shore, helping push back the Russian fleet. There's also growing investment in uncrewed underwater vehicles, UUVs, for surveillance, mine countermeasures, even potentially strikes. These systems are cheaper, arguably more expendable, and able to operate in areas too risky for manned ships. You'd expect submarines to dominate naval warfare given their stealth and lethality, yet in Ukraine, Russia's modern Black Sea submarines have had surprisingly little visible impact. Part of that is due to geography, part due to mission choices, part due to intelligence and detection challenges. Still, submarines remain a critical asset in naval power, especially for countries facing powerful surface and air threats. Another practical challenge: munitions. Naval missiles and anti-ship weaponry are expensive and often in short supply. For example, US operations in the Red Sea have expended hundreds of missiles over months, consuming what in peacetime was a year or more of production. In war games with China, some analyses show missile stockpiles running out in the first days. Navies are now trying to build up stockpiles, but cost, shelf life, and logistical concerns make that hard. So what are the takeaways? The future of sea power will likely be more mixed: fewer large, vulnerable surface combatants, growing use of unmanned vessels, greater importance of missile stocks, more dispersed, resilient fleets, navies that adapt quickly by leveraging technology, improving defensive systems, investing in unmanned platforms, and ensuring munitions adequacy, will be in a much stronger position. Because at sea, as on land and in the air, flexibility and sustainability will determine who holds the advantage. If you found this video helpful in understanding how naval power is changing, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into military strategy and defense technology. And tell me in the comments, do you think aircraft carriers will remain relevant in high-intensity future wars, or will unmanned vessels and missiles take over? Also check the description for a link to the full CSIS article.